Hello viewers, today we are presenting a new topic, sentiment analysis. Let's start. Definition. Sentiment analysis is like teaching a computer to understand human emotions by reading written words. It's like having a robot that can figure out if people are feeling happy, sad, angry or any other emotion just by looking at what they write. Imagine it as if you had a friend who could instantly tell how you feel based on your messages or posts online. Sentiment analysis is a bit like that friend, but it's a computer program doing the understanding. Example, think about reading a tweet on social media. Sentiment analysis would be like the computer looking at that tweet and saying, this person seems really excited about something, or oh no, this person seems a bit upset. It's like the computer is reading between the lines to understand the emotions behind the words. Positive versus negative sentiment. In this part of sentiment analysis, you are getting the hang of identifying the basic emotions people express in their words. It's like being able to tell whether someone is feeling happy and positive or sad and negative. Let's say you see two messages online. One say, I love my new phone. This is a positive sentiment. It's like the person is really happy about their new device. On the other hand, if someone writes, my laptop crashed again. Oh, that's a negative sentiment. The frustration and disappointment come through the words, so you are learning to pick up on these vibes to understand the overall emotion behind the text. Neutral sentiment. Now you are moving on to recognizing situations where there is no strong emotion attached, just straightforward information. It's like realizing when someone is stating facts without expressing happiness, sadness, or any intense feelings. Example. Consider the sentence, the weather today is 25 degrees Celsius. Here, there is no excitement or frustration. It's simply stating a fact about the weather. So, in your sentiment analysis skills, you are becoming adept at distinguishing between texts that carry a neutral tone, where the writer is just sharing information without a strong emotional color. Context matters. In this part of sentiment analysis, you are diving into the importance of understanding the situation or context in which words are used. It's like realizing that the meaning of words can change depending on what's happening around them. Example, take the sentence, this movie is a bomb. Depending on the context, it could mean two opposite things. If people are excited and happy about a movie, it might mean the film is really good, like a blast to watch. However, if the context is negative, it could mean the movie is bad, like a bomb that failed. So you are learning to consider the bigger picture to accurately interpret sentiments. Sarcasm. Now you are delving into the world of sarcasm, where people say something but mean the opposite. It's like catching on when someone is using words to convey a different, often ironic, meaning. Example, imagine someone says, oh great, another flat tire. The word oh great might seem positive, but in the context of a flat tire, it's clear they are not happy at all. The use of sarcasm involves saying one thing and meaning the opposite. And your task in sentiment analysis is to recognize these instances where the words don't match the true feeling behind them. Irony. Now you are exploring irony, which is like spotting situations where what's said does not match the expected outcome. It's understanding when there is a difference between the words used and the reality of the situation. Example, consider the statement, fantastic, missed the last train again. The word fantastic usually implies something great, but in this case, Missing the last train is not a positive thing. The irony lies in the contrast between the words used and the actual situation. In sentiment analysis, you are honing your ability to identify these instances where the expressed sentiment contradicts the expected outcome. Ambiguity. Now you are entering the realm of ambiguity, where expressions can be unclear and have multiple meanings. It's like handling situations where the intended sentiment is not crystal clear and could be interpreted in different ways. Example: take the statement, I can't wait to see you soon. On the surface, it seems positive and excited, but without more context, it's ambiguous. Is the person genuinely looking forward to the meeting, or could there be an undertone of annoyance? Ambiguity in sentiment analysis means being aware that some expressions can be open to interpretation, and your skill involves navigating these situations to understand the intended emotion. Emoticons and emoji analysis. In this aspect of sentiment analysis, you are focusing on symbols like emoticons and emojis to grasp the emotions behind the text. It's like understanding the additional layer of meaning conveyed through these symbols. Example: imagine two messages. First, just got a promotion. The smiley face indicates happiness, adding a positive tone to the message. Now consider another message: missed my flight. The sad face signals a negative emotions, conveying disappointment. So in emoticon and emoji analysis, you are learning to pay attention to these symbols, as they often provide valuable cues about the sentiment expressed in the text. Handling negations. Now you are getting into the subtleties of handling negations, where the word not can flip the sentiment. It's like being able to spot instances where the presence of not changes the meaning of the word. Example: consider the statement, the movie was not bad. In this case, the negation not turns what might seem like a negative statement into a positive one. So instead of saying the movie was bad, it suggests that the movie was actually good. Your task in sentiment analysis is to identify and understand these negations that alter the overall emotional tone of a statement. Handling intensifiers. In this aspect of sentiment analysis, you are focusing on words that intensify or lessen the strength of sentiments. It's like recognizing when certain words make emotions more powerful or milder. Example: take the statement, I am extremely tired. The word extremely intensifies the tiredness, indicating that the person is not just tired but very tired. Understanding these intensifiers is crucial because they provide additional information about the intensity of emotions expressed. So you are learning to identify and interpret these words that amplify or soften sentiments in the text. Domain specific sentiment. Now you are exploring domain specific sentiment, where sentiments can vary based on specific topics like movies, food, or technology. It's like understanding that the same words can carry different emotional weight depends on the context. Example: consider the statement, the camera on this phone is amazing. In the context of technology, especially smartphones, amazing is likely a positive sentiment. However, if the same word is used in a different context, like describing a meal, its emotional connotation might change. Your skill in domain specific sentiment analysis involves adapting to these nuances, recognizing that certain words may have different emotional values in different subject areas. Sentiment trends. In this aspect of sentiment analysis, you are focusing on recognizing patterns and changes in sentiments over time. It's like being able to see how people's feelings evolve or shift regarding a particular topic. Example: imagine a new product is launched and you are tracking social media posts. In the beginning, sentiments might be overwhelmingly positive as people explore the features. Over time, sentiments might change if issues arise or new updates are introduced. Your ability to identify these shifts in sentiment trends helps you understand how public opinion evolves, providing valuable insights for businesses and individuals. So, you are learning to spot patterns and changes in sentiments as they unfold over time. Multilingual sentiment analysis. Now you are exploring the realm of multilingual sentiment analysis, where you are able to analyze sentiments expressed in various languages. It's like broadening your ability to understand emotions across different linguistic landscapes. Example: consider tweets written in Spanish or Chinese. Your task in multilingual sentiment analysis is to comprehend the emotions expressed in these tweets, even if you may not be fluent in those languages. This skill is valuable for businesses or individuals with a global audience, as it allows you to gauge sentiments and opinions across diverse linguistic communities. So, you are learning to apply sentiment analysis techniques to texts in multiple languages to gain a more comprehensive understanding of emotions worldwide. Sentiment analysis tools. In this aspect, you are delving into the use of tools that automate sentiment analysis. It's like incorporating technology to quickly and efficiently determine the overall sentiment of a piece of text. Example: imagine you have an app that analyzes product reviews. You input the reviews and the app quickly tells you whether the overall sentiment is positive or negative. These tools often use algorithms and machine learning to process large amounts of text data. Learning to use such tools can save time and provide instant insights, especially when dealing with extensive amounts of online content. So, you are learning to leverage technology to streamline the sentiment analysis process and make informed decisions based on automated results. Real world applications. Now you are transitioning to understanding the practical applications of sentiment analysis in various real world scenarios. It's like seeing how the skills you have developed can be put to use in everyday situations, especially in business and social contexts. Example: consider companies using sentiment analysis to enhance customer satisfaction. They might analyze customer reviews to understand how people feel about their products or services. If sentiments are consistently positive, the company knows they are doing well. If there are negative sentiments, they can pinpoint areas for improvement. This real world application of sentiment analysis helps businesses make informed decisions to better meet customer needs. So, you are learning how to apply sentiment analysis techniques in business, customer feedback, social media, and other practical settings to derive meaningful insights and improve overall experiences. Machine learning in sentiment analysis. Sentiment analysis, a captivating field within machine learning, focuses on empowering computers to comprehend and interpret human emotions expressed in text. Here is a breakdown to help you grasp the core concepts in an accessible manner. The primary goal is to understand how computers can learn the skill of sentiment analysis. This involves recognizing whether a piece of text expresses a positive, negative, or neutral sentiment. Example: let's consider the example of training a computer to distinguish between positive and negative sentiments using a dataset. Imagine feeding the computer various texts, guiding it to identify words associated with positivity and negativity. Challenges in sentiment analysis. Now you are exploring the challenges that come with sentiment analysis, understanding that it's not always straightforward. It's like being aware of the difficulties that can arise, such as dealing with sarcasm or accounting for cultural differences. Example, think about how different cultures express happiness. Some may use exuberant language while others might express joy more subtly. Sentiment analysis needs to consider these cultural nuances, as what appears positive in one culture may not be perceived the same way in another. Similarly, handling sarcasm can be tricky, as it involves understanding the intended meaning behind words that may seem contradictory. So, you are learning to navigate the complexities of sentiment analysis, including cultural variations and the subtleties of language, to ensure a more accurate interpretation of emotions in diverse contexts. Sentiment analysis ethics. In this segment, you are delving into the ethical considerations associated with sentiment analysis. It's like understanding the importance of conducting sentiment analysis in a responsible and fair manner, taking into account issues like user privacy and bias. Example, consider a scenario where sentiment analysis is used to make decisions about individuals, such as in hiring processes. Ethical concerns arise if the analysis inadvertently favors or discriminates against certain groups. Ensuring user privacy is also crucial. Analyzing personal text without consent can be invasive. Your learning in this area involves being mindful of these ethical concerns, ensuring that sentiment analysis is conducted in a way that respects individual privacy, avoids bias, and does not contribute to unfair treatment or discrimination. This way, sentiment analysis can be a tool for positive impact rather than a source of potential harm. Advanced techniques. As you advance in sentiment analysis, you are now exploring more sophisticated methods like deep learning. It's like diving into advanced techniques that go beyond the basics to understand sentiments in more nuanced ways. Example, consider the use of neural networks, a type of deep learning method for sentiment analysis. Neural networks can analyze complex patterns in data, allowing them to understand subtle and intricate sentiments. For instance, they might pick up on emotions that are not explicitly stated but implied in the text. Your learning in this phase involves exploring these advanced techniques, understanding how neural networks work, and applying them to capture sentiments that may be more intricate or hidden. This step positions you as a skilled practitioner capable of handling sentiment analysis challenges that go beyond the capabilities of simpler methods. Staying updated. In the final step of your journey, you are focusing on the importance of staying updated on the latest trends and technologies. In sentiment analysis, it's like recognizing that the field is always evolving and there is a continual need to keep learning to stay at the forefront. Example, imagine you are following blogs, forums, or industry experts who regularly share insights on new tools and techniques in sentiment analysis. This ensures you are aware of advancements and can adapt your skills accordingly. By staying informed, you are positioned to contribute meaningfully to the field and handle more complex scenarios. So, your ongoing learning involves actively seeking out new information, staying connected with the sentiment analysis community, and embracing a mindset of continuous improvement. This way, you will transition from a beginner to a pro, equipped to navigate the dynamic landscape of sentiment analysis effectively.